So VW Caddy 1.9 TDI in for a starter motor change. As you can see, this is the starter over here. Two connectors, one going up to the positive, going up to the battery, the other one's just a connector. Actually no, that's cool, could be wrong. I'll tell you in a bit. So yeah, one bolt there, and then if we get underneath, sure he's having a lowered van. See, there'll be another bolt just on that side. Bit difficult to show you, but yeah, I may have to jack the van up to give me a bit more space. If your van's lowered, you will have to jack it up, or maybe just mount the pavement. Anyway, let's start off with disconnecting the battery. Well, when we get space on the van first, and then disconnect the battery. So this is underneath as a starter. As you can see, there's a 10mm bolt, and then just behind that, I believe it's a 16, but I'll double check that. This is just a bracket to hold the power steering wire in. That is the number you guys may need for the 1.9 TDI BLS engines. Hopefully my starter is the same that I've bought a reconditioned one off of eBay. So yeah, what I'm going to do, disconnect the battery and then we'll go from there. So battery disconnected, I've undone the positive, put that there, 10mm bolts. And before I do that, I'm just going to try to take this cap off on the starter motor, because I just want to make sure that the one I have is actually the right one. It's a bit of a pain, this. So undo that, and then it's literally just a case of pulling that off. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then just undo that pin, and then undoing that bolt, and make sure that it matches the one that we have. So just remove this cover. Like I said, I'm just going to get flat. You just want to push it flat, or one of these pins, and to push it, there's a little groove, or if you can, mine's broken, but you just want to push down on this. Like I said, this fan has almost 200k miles. I'm not sure when the last starter was changed. It's not causing major issues, it's just taking a bit longer to crank during winter. During the snow we had recently, it didn't want to start and it just kept cranking, so I'm just going to change it. Look, for 70 quid, can't really go wrong. Again, refurbished. If you want a brand new one, you can pay 100 and something quid. But yeah, so I've undone that clip. I'm going to undo this bolt. This should be the same as my current new starter, but it's this pin, it's this clip that I was worried about. So I'm just going to go and see if that matches up with my one. Just pop that out of the cover, and then yeah, hopefully make sure that fits my one. So this is the new starter. Like I said, refurbished. How it's been reconditioned. They've just painted it. The pin looks the same. I'm just gonna place this here. As you can see on this one, it's got this little flat groove, and then on this one, it's got the pin for that. So hopefully that should match up. So now next, it's just to undo that bolt. So just going to undo this 13mm here. It's going to get a bit tight. Let's see if I can leave my phone somewhere. Might need an extension. There we go. Broken free. Let's see. There's not much turning space. It's quite tight, but once you get to about this point, you can just literally wind it off yourself. I'm going to keep that bolt up here, and there you go. That's your positive. So you can see why we want to disconnect the battery, because if we had touched the ground at that point, I'm going to get sparks. Just going to try and tuck this wire into here or something. To be honest, it's just going to drop down. Okay. Now, gear selector back into there. Now get a 16mm and an extension. Hopefully my extension will line up to about here. I may have to put 2 extensions because I think I have a short extension. And then we'll break that top one free, and then we'll go underneath and do the fun of it. So that bolt just there, you can see it's a 13mm. If you got a deep socket, it doesn't have to be a deep socket, you could even use a normal one. I'm just going to use a deep one, just because I want to get as much when I put my extension, it will come through and it should land up to here, giving me enough more room to open that. But this is, I can't remember what size this socket is, this ratchet is. You want a bigger one ideally, otherwise you know it's just going to be quite difficult to do. But yeah, let's do that. So yeah, as I said, dead on the money with the extensions that I have. It's going to be a bit difficult because these bolts are 12 to 30 something foot-pound, could be wrong. But yeah, let's give this a try. Try and undo this. Let's see if I can get the fold. Yeah, you kind of see what's going on. Don't ask me. Oh, this is for the airbox, the air filter. Luckily, I don't have one. But yeah, let's see if I can undo this now. Oh, that's a bit difficult. Might have to get the biggest ratchet. Left hand. Ooh, I don't know if oh yeah, I freed it. Perfect. You know that worry when you think you fucking rounded the bolt off? In reality, it turns out I just freed it. So just underneath, because my van's lowered, I've just mounted the pavement. Don't do this, it's silly. Actually, Jack, you can't because it is lowered. But we're gonna get underneath. As you can see, we want to get to this bolt, which I believe is a 13. Yeah, it's 13. Oh. Okay, 13mm bolt just there. Let's get that opened. Hopefully, you're gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my phone away. Just FYI, you're going to be pushing your socket towards the gearbox. Yeah? So, yeah. Just taken the extension off and I've freed up the first bolt. Sorry guys, angle's a bit crap here. But yeah. Let me just zoom you up here. As you can see. So I'll undo this. Now pretty much most of it is to just undo. This isn't the bolt for the actual starter, this is a bolt for the bracket, remember? So keep hold of this in a safe place. See, let's remove this. It's just an 18mm socket onto that bolt, that nut, and then we'll get an extension. Actually, I won't even get an extension, I'll just get my ratchet on there and hopefully open that up. So just open this up and we're just going to undo this. So it's not actually a nut, it's a nut with a stud, as you can see. So you want to just keep turning that. I'm not looking forward to putting this back in. It's going to be so fun. Mind my language. I really hope this part number is the same as what I have. Anyway, pull that out. And that's the fun bit. I'm just gonna undo this top one. It's getting a bit tight there. I wonder if it was cross-threaded. I think it was. There we go. Yeah, I think it did cross. No, it wasn't cross-threaded. It was just rusted a bit. As you can see, a bit of a ball ache to do. So yeah, do that bolt. Do that at the top. So now that one's for the top. And do that. Oh, of course I got a bit excited. I've still got to undo that 13mm there. final bolt at the top. I'm going to be pulling towards the front of the car. It's very difficult with one hand. Ooh, there we go. Sometimes these little small breaks will make a difference. So you can see that's undone. And yeah, just undo that. Just turn it. But at this point, you want to also be careful before you pull it out, as it may drop. The starter may drop. But yeah, before I pull it out, you'll see what I do. Just gonna, hopefully my phone will sit there. Pray it doesn't fall. I'm gonna grip my other hand underneath. I'm just gonna hold it from underneath. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. There you go. There we are. This one's wrong. Put that at the top. And then we're just gonna shake it out. And probably easier to just go from underneath. Let's see if I can drop it. Oh, actually dropping it on the floor. There we go. So yeah, I've literally just slid it down. Let's see if I can keep this bracket away. And then placing it back in, I'm gonna go again, reverse up, so go underneath and put it upwards and then line up the bottom bolt. So yeah, let's do that. Actually, as we can see, they're both still the same. So this one was the top one, this one's the bottom one. But yeah, they're both pretty much the same. There's no actual difference. But I'm just gonna put some WD-40 onto these, and ideally some grease or something, just so that when it goes in place it's all mounted nicely. Yeah, let's do that now. So once I've removed it, I've realized that the new one I have is slightly longer, ever so slightly, but it shouldn't make a difference. My main concern is making sure that this is the same as that one, which it looks like it is. Let's see if I can. I'm just going to rest that there. It's not on the spindle, guys, don't worry. Not sure, it looks fucking slightly different. There's a bit of differences between the two, but fuck it. Let's see if we can get it in place and get it going. So let's see if I can rest this here again. Not the best of fucking positions, but yeah, let's just hope my phone don't fall, and if it does, I'm gonna cry like a motherfucker. Yeah, that's what happens when you use new phones. But yeah, I want it to focus there. I'm gonna get underneath, I'm gonna slide the fucking starter in, and also make shimmy the way up into place. I apologize for these angles, guys. I'm trying to do this. A bit awkward. Yeah. Okay, I know that's not in place properly, but I'm gonna go on top and see what I can do. Oh. Okay. Just gonna make sure that it's lined up properly. No holes, no nothing. Get this one in. Fuck, you know. It's not focused, is it? What's going on, man? So yeah, just gonna push that bolt in, make sure that lines up there, like so. So I can place you back in place, and hopefully you can focus on what I want to focus on. Push it all the way in. And then just hand tighten it enough so that it doesn't really come out. To be honest, if you had two people, it'd probably be a bit easier at that point, because you could just get one, you can go underneath, send it up on top, and then the top person can line it up. But I basically put the bolt in underneath just in place to make sure it was lining up, but I had to be careful that I didn't push it too far that it would damage the threads on the inside. So yeah, joys of being by yourself. So now I'm just gonna go underneath and just want to make sure that it's lined up in the hole correctly. Tighten that up. And yes guys, I am using a detailing torch as a light, but I don't see a difference. Yeah, a torch. End of. Okay. Just make sure that it's all in place properly. And then tighten it up. I'm going to tighten it underneath first, because I'm underneath, isn't it? Why not? Okay, this time, instead of going towards the gearbox, we're going to be moving away, so towards the front of the van. Okay, don't over tighten it, because I've done that before. Get this, over tightened it and I broke this bit on the starter, I believe, so I had to buy a new starter, or I changed it under warranty, I don't know. But yeah, don't do that. Let's just go one more tight. There we go. That could have been final last words. Now, onto the top. So onto the top again, it's the 18mm socket into there, and tighten that. Now this time guys, at the top we're going to be going from we're going to be going towards the front, so towards the cab of the car, not towards the fans of the car. I'm just going to tighten it like that. Again, don't over tighten. Just make sure that's in place. Make sure there's no movement. I'll give you the torque sets if I can get them. But from what I've read, it's like a small amount for pounds. Like I said, I've done this before. And I snapped the freaking the housing off the starter, so I'm just being very cautious. So I've done the top, I'm now gonna go underneath, I'm gonna do the bottom. Well, I've done the bottom, I'm just gonna double tighten it. And this was that 13mm. Let's just go underneath and see if I can. Ooh. Tighten that up by hand. This one's a bit rusty, so remember it was a bit tight to remove. But just do that. Tighten that up. Again, similar setup to before, where it's gonna be going to the front of the car and away from Oh, hold up. Yeah, I'm opening this. We're going to be going from the gearbox to the cooler pipe or the front of the van or vehicle or whatever you're working on. Like I said, this is a 1.9 TDI BLS. Now that we're at the top, I'm just going to tighten up this bolt here. Yeah. Then just going to put that in place, and now it's the moment of truth to see if this actually fits. There you go, you hit it, click. Next thing we're going to do is undo this one. Oh, I realised I messed up. I need to undo that clip. I'll show you why I want to undo that clip. It comes a little cap. Undo that, put that there. Just undo that pin, that clip again. Ow. Oh, okay. Oh, how did I do that? There we go. This rubber bit, what I was on about, what needs to happen is this bit needs to go slide into there. And then I'm just gonna want you guys to hear the click so you know what the click sounds like. Kind of see how it looks. I'm just gonna, there you go, clicked in place. Now get this positive wire. Oh, what's going on? The positive doesn't seem to want to line up. What? Have I done this wrong? Have I got the wrong starter? Oh no, it's, yeah, it is really long, isn't it? Great. Is it the starter, or is it just the wiring? That's kind of... Okay, I'm gonna unfit that again. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so shimmy that in place, and then okay, do that. Okay, now get this 13. I think this was 13. I'm sure this was 13. There you go. Turn that off there. And then this one. I'm sure this was a 13. And this one we're going towards the cab of the vehicle again. Bits it reversed. It doesn't need to be super tight. Oh, what I should have done is actually what I'm going to do now, I'm going to check to make sure that cable is quite tidy. That connector is clean. I seamed it, but you know, better safe than sorry sometimes. You know, we want the best connection we can get with this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, pretty clean. Really wanted you could get some sandpaper or rail pad or something and just clean up the back of that, but like I said, that's pretty clean. Again, because it's got this little cover on, which again, not a lot of the ones that I've seen have them. Yeah, it's I'll just leave it for now. That's hand tight there. Just back into tight again. Nope, wrong way. then clip this in. Sorry guys, you guys are also learning this with me. So yeah. Oh, that clip? I don't know if that clipped. Okay, seems like it did click. And the moment of truth will be to actually start this. Oh, okay, I see why. Yeah, this new one isn't, this rubber bit isn't sitting over. Because, oh no, yeah, it will. I'll just jimmy it on. I think it's this thing, this pipe needs to be tilted down a bit. Maybe tilted like that. Tightened back up. Ooh. Let's try that again. There, and then. Okay. Get one more turn. Okay. Move this into place. Yeah, as you can see on the inside of this rubber, there's a little hole. That's what the bolt will fit into. Okay, that's pushed into place. That's pushed into place. It's done. And now the moment of truth. Need to for the moment of truth. Yeah, just tighten up the battery. Okay. Like I said, I haven't used an auger dugger. I haven't used an impact or anything. I've literally just done this with my own hands and tools. Look, if you're somewhat of a DIY, you can do this. I'm getting a bit cocky here. Let's make sure it actually starts first. Make sure all my components are tight. I'm going to put this back down to here. I'm going to monitor. There you guys have it. Starter motor changed, 1.9 TDI BLS. As you can see, this is what the engine looks like. If, like I said, the main things that were different is the air filter box is the main thing. So what you can do, open up the top, open up the filters, undo the bolts. To see them, there'll be a bolt there and that bolt there. And then pull it out, and that will give you access directly to the starter. The product code for the starter is underneath it, and then yeah, I'll run you through again what we did. It's a 13mm bolt on that front over there, and then 18 on the back, and then underneath the same thing over here, 13mm bolt. Just pull this back and then unclip the clip, and then drop it down to the floor, and then putting it back in, you want to go from underneath up and tighten it all up. So yeah, if you guys like this, then give me a follow, subscribe, like, and yeah, comment. So yeah, the product number's there. It's a bit worn out. It's the top one. We got O2, previous O2Z911023H. That's the product number for the one that I have. As you can see, this looks like it was the factory one. I'm surprised it's lasted 200k miles, to be honest with you.